just conversating. He say I'm happy you called, what you been up to lately? I said the reason.
All right, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the show. This is Life in Plumbing, where we talk about life and plumbing. All right, so let's get into it today. Today is a topic I really want to talk about because I have taken a break from even posting a lot of this stuff because I really wanted to wrap my head around a lot of the things I just didn't understand as far as me progressing in my plumbing career and just things that I've noticed as I'm on different levels in my career, right? Like, you know how we start off apprentice, then we go to journeyman, then we go to foreman, and you realize the things on one level you realize now that you didn't see before, and then I start to wonder why, like, you know, and I start to put all these things together. And now that I'm actually running jobs and supervising jobs, I'm seeing things on a whole different level. And I feel like I have something to offer you guys today as far as knowledge and wisdom regarding your career and things that I wish I would have known when I first started out, because it's all about perspective and how you see things, all right? So here's what I understand. Most of my career I've been in commercial plumbing, okay? So now I'm seeing the side of, like, a lot of companies now are doing commercial and maintenance, right? So, and as far as I know, maintenance is what really is helping out these companies, because we all know in construction, as far as you guys know, construction plumbers know that work sometimes gets slow. And when it comes to maintenance, the difference is maintenance is someone always needs you to maintain what commercial plumbers have already put in, all right? So in a nutshell, that's just what that is. But all right, so what I want to talk about though is some people don't realize the difference, and like they think commercials and, sorry man, my phone's going off. Some people think commercial and plumbing, you know, if you put them on the same job, that, you know, we're just going to start working together and everything's going to come together. Hey, you do maintenance, we install, but when we work together, you know what I mean? They think that it's supposed to just work out, and it doesn't. So why doesn't it work out, right? And when I first got onto the maintenance side, I'm like, what is going on here, okay? And what I found after months of just trying to figure out like what's going on, right? What I found to be true is there is trained and then there is untrained. There's not commercial and residential. The bottom line is there's trained and untrained, okay? Now, when you are trained, you operate according to the code book, right? We all have our UPC or the IPC, depending on where you're at, and we operate off of that. Okay, so that means when you're trained, you know what's going on. And when you know something, it's a difference when people know something. You ever known something and then somebody try to tell you something and when you know, so you ain't gonna back down. You're gonna tell them straight up, this is how it is. And then you have the other side, untrained people are gonna try to act like they know, and then they're gonna push the issue just as much. And that's where it gets weird, right? But this is what I like to tell people, and this is what I had to learn to understand. And it took me after 10 years to realize this. I thought I was trying to be a plumber this whole time. You know, this is why I called my page Life in Plumbing, because it's life and plumbing. It's life in plumbing. It's life first, right? If you want to be a good plumber, you need to be a better person, okay? So you want to be a good plumber, you need to figure out you, not necessarily how to plumb. Why? Because plumbing is easy. Plumbing is easy. I remember when I first started, and when you had good foremen, they'll tell you, man, this is easy. And I'm like, well, why am I so stressed out all the time? Why am I so feeling like this? And I didn't realize it, but because I was dealing with people, right? It wasn't the actual job itself. It's the people who are untrained, sometimes the people who are lazy, the people who don't care to be there, who aren't real plumbers, who are just there just to make the money, who aren't real craftsmen, who just waiting for that every Friday to come around so they can get their check and do their job, right? Who just kind of fake it till they make it, okay? And that's what I'm realizing. So, man, when it comes to trained and untrained, man, it's all about your life. It is all about you as a person. You want to be the greatest plumber. This is the best advice I can give you. Be a better person. And what I'm saying is, when it comes to trained and untrained, check this out. Here's my differences of what I know, right? So I'm looking at trained people. One of the biggest things I realize is they do it for money. First thing, they do it for money, okay? We all start off, ain't nobody coming to work if you're not gonna pay me, because we got stuff to do. We're here so that we can support our families and support what we got going on. But there is a few amount of people that I notice who take their job seriously and who love what they do, because why not? You're gonna be doing it this whole time. Why not be good at it? Well, because some people feel like I really didn't want to be here. I'm just here for the money, right? So when it comes to trained and untrained people, you know, the untrained, the people who are doing it for the money, basically don't really care. That is their goal. Their goal is to get the money. And there's a huge problem with that, because people who are there to get the money are only there to get the money for themselves. They are there for themselves. So they're going to get through their day no matter what it takes, because their goal, their focus is on the money. So therefore, what happens to everybody else around them? When you are selfish, this is what happens. People don't realize, like, you being selfish actually affects other people. You know why? Because sometimes we're in a team environment. And I don't care if it's somebody that works as an employee at your company. Team means you and your coworker, you and the customer, right? You're a team. He's gonna pay you to get the job done. Y'all gonna work together to make this done right. But some people are just like, I just wanted your money. I don't really care about none of this other stuff. You want this fixed? I'm gonna just put it together so it doesn't leak or whatever, and then I'm gonna get the money and bounce. That's not that. I mean, yes, you can do that, and people have done that, but like, you're giving a bad name for people that like me. I don't trust plumbers. I'm a plumber. I don't trust plumbers. I'm glad I plumb, because I know that how many people just don't care enough to really take the initiative to really put the effort into making sure they do a good job. I'm working around people, and there's very few that are actually craftsmen, people that I actually respect. And when I do, man, I get a sense of, like, I watch people when they come on the job, and when they take like pride in what they do, I light up like, dang, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I am that type of person. I know what it takes to be that person, to actually, what that person has to go through just to even, you know what I'm saying? To keep that, you know what I mean? That motivation for what they do. And man, it takes a lot of effort, right? Most people don't want to do effort. Trained and untrained. Obviously, people who are trained have put the effort in because they have to go to school. That means they put in the work, right? But then you have the other side, untrained, people who don't put in the work because they didn't have to. Oh, you want a job? Here's the money. All you have to do is get the job done. But guess what that says? First of all, who's the employer? You know what I mean? I look at them like, so you don't care if they're crafty? You don't care if they get the job done? Think about the integrity of the company. Think about what's happening if you start there. That's where you start. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying there's a wrong or right. I'm just saying what I say. I can care less, you know, what y'all do. But I'm just saying from what I see, and it's like people want to say, oh, you know, we stand for this, we do this, and we're a quality company. But at the same time, are you hiring quality people? You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this, like when I got into the trade, man, I just went for whatever it was for the money. Like, oh, okay, they pay that much, I'm gonna do that. But I put in that effort to get to that point, you know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't know the whole service way. But my first time, I jumped straight into commercial. And what I had done, if I was getting paid the same, would I had jumped into the service? I probably would have. So I'm not saying like none of y'all wrong for what y'all doing or how it's going. I'm just throwing this information out there. You can do what you want with it. But at the end of the day, I'm just letting y'all know, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the world today where people are just lazy, like, and we are coddling those people, man. Like the government is like I'm hearing like the laws change as far as like companies and their employees, and man, the government is actually like supporting these lazy people. And what happens is, you support these lazy people, now the company has to pick up You know what I'm saying? Now you put that extra pressure on the companies. And I believe it's by design, but at the same time, I'm just letting it be out there, like, known that, man, companies are falling because of this, man. Like, and once again, it's by design, they know this, but I'm saying for y'all, I'm watching this trickle down, you know what I'm saying? And, or trickle up in a way, because usually it's from the down, it's from the up down. Like if your boss is some type of way, then your company's gonna end up, that's some type of way. But now it's like, okay, we giving all these lazy people the power, and untrained people get out there and be entitled, feel like they're entitled to something. And now it's trickling up and messing up. Now the company has to change the way it does things to, you know what I'm saying, to coddle these people, and now it's all messed up. I'm just saying, I see this, you know what I mean? And when I see the difference between trained and untrained, this is exactly why. But I want y'all to understand too, you don't have to be coddled. Like, don't want to be coddled. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the easy road out. Like, I can't understand how people don't come with their own tools, you know what I mean, to the job. Like, bring your own tools, come to work, you feel me? Like, come to work, we paying you to come to work. Like, hey man, like, you don't have no tools? Like, did you come to work? You feel me? Like, why would I even, you know what I'm saying, want to work with somebody like that? Like, first of all, like, I got work to do. I'm a person who wants to get the job done, and you come without tools or something like that, like, come on now. So I remember when we were coming up in the trade, in the commercial side and the schools, like, we had a list of stuff we had to have, you know what I mean? And which is good. And nowadays they make it easier. Like, and I'll tell you, this is a little bonus for y'all. If you guys are trying to get into the trade right now and you guys are looking for, you know, like you need tools to start off and you like, what's the best one to go with? While you're going through, because it's a process to go through it, while you're going through it, save up the money, right? Get your car and save up your money. And if it's around Christmas time, this is the best time to buy you a quick little bundle. Boom, done. That's the easiest way to do it. But yeah, that's just a little bonus right there. But trained and untrained, back to that before I get off. Don't do it for money, man. Be a craftsman. I'm telling you, people with that type of mentality to go in there without any training, without any, you know what I'm saying, no real pressure on them to be better, they mess stuff up, right? So you got to be a person of integrity, but they actually mess themselves up in the process. Not only are they messing up the company, but they're messing up themselves in the process, because what does that say to you as a person that doesn't handle their business, right? So don't do it for the money. Be a craftsman. Get out there, man, and make it happen for yourself so that you can have a sense of pride for yourself that you did this job, man, and you know what I'm saying? And I could say so much more about that, but just to tell y'all a little bit about that. That's, you know what I mean? Just be a craftsman, man. Take pride in what you do so that you can have pride in yourself. People who just give it everything given to them have no sense of purpose, pride, no sense of nothing. They're never happy with anything. So, and then I'm seeing this, man, and I got stories for days with stuff like that, but whatever. Let's get on to the next one. All right, hella shortcuts. And I'll say hella shortcuts because, I'm putting emphasis on that, hella shortcuts. Untrained and trained. People who are trained know, like, this is how we do things, right? So, you know what I mean? We already know. Untrained, man, is like, these people just want the money, right? We go right back to that. They're gonna take hella shortcuts. They're gonna do things really quick. They're gonna just try to get it done because they want the money, or they're gonna try to stretch it out and you know what I'm saying, just build up the money on this part. Now you got this customer wondering like, hey man, why does it take it so long for this and this? Because this person only cares about money, so he's gonna do whatever it takes to get that money. And then he's gonna throw in whatever he's gonna throw in just to get the money. Hella shortcuts, man. Like, people who take shortcuts, I'm telling you, it's not about, you know, about them and what you're doing to them. It's about yourself. What does it say about you that takes shortcuts, man? And I'm telling you, it really affects you more than it actually affects them. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll just get somebody else to fix it. But at the end of the day, like, that's the person you are. You're a person who takes shortcuts, doing it just for money. Like, your life's gonna suck, to be honest with you. Like, eventually you're gonna wake up like, what the heck am I doing? And this is the reason why, these little things. So I'm just telling you guys, because I don't want you to wake up one day and feel like, man, why am I even doing this? I should be this. And you feel super entitled. Like, don't feel entitled. You want something, go out there and work for it. Don't take shortcuts, man. I'm telling you, So I remember I was on the field one time, somebody offered me steroids. Like, I was like, man, I'm not gonna cheat my way into, I'll just go to the gym. If it takes long, it takes long. Look at the side effects that these people have to do. He was like, yeah, you know, it does do this and this to you. And I'm like, well, why would I want that? That's not even an even trade. Like, I'll just put the work in myself and eventually get there if I put that work in with no side effects. All my side effects will be great, not these ones where they going through. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to anybody that take them. That's on y'all. It's just not for me. But I'm saying that's a shortcut. There are consequences to taking shortcuts. Understand that. Fail inspections. Think about this, man. So both sides, commercial and service, you're gonna be doing inspections, right? And from what I noticed, like the people who on service, those inspectors are on top of it. You know why? Because they don't trust these guys either. You know what I'm saying? And when I talk to an inspector, that's exactly the sense he, you know what I'm saying? The spirit he gave me was just like, you guys are always trying to take shortcuts. You guys are, you know, you guys think you just want the money and then that's it. You want me to come and pass something off on my name, right? And I remember when I was on the commercial side, man, and we had this tough inspector, right? Tough inspector, he wasn't passing nothing. And he was just driving my foreman crazy. But when I talked to the dude, I ended up, he left me on the job and was just like, you deal with it, basically. Didn't even tell me, I just had to figure it out. But so I'm dealing with this guy and it was easy. Because I already took pride in what I do and I wanted to do it right, that's all he wanted at the end of the day. See, the other dude doesn't work. He says he's not a working foreman. That's already a problem. And then he didn't want to take the extra steps to do what the inspector wanted to do, right? And this is where I say it's not all about plumbing. It's easy to pass a test. It was this guy's mentality that was actually making this job harder. And if he would have just calmed down and just seen like, all right, you just want it done right, let me do this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, once you show the inspector you know what you're doing, he gonna be asking you questions like, man, this is this and this. Like I had a guy ask me recently, was like, he had to look at the unit. I told him how it went. And because we were doing a 3-story mop sink and I had to vent it a certain way and I had to really think about it because I've never vented a 3-story mop sink this way. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, how's this supposed to make sense? And I really had to draw it out, take time to actually do it. I did it on my own time just to figure it out. And when the inspector seen it, he came out there like, okay, how does this make sense? So he had to keep going. He was like, oh, okay. After that, I'm telling you, he didn't ask me no questions. He was just like, I mean, I didn't fail not one test on this job. And this was my first job that I put together. And not one time did we fail a test because I was already prepared for that. Like, that's another thing about being trained is you don't have to worry about stuff like that. There's nothing more stressful than having to pass a test that you're not passing and people are waiting for you to pass this test so that they can get on with their business. You don't want to be that person. That puts extra, for no reason, stress on top of you. You feel me? So yeah, man, I'm giving y'all some gems right now. I'm hooking y'all up, man. And here's the biggest thing, man, before I go. In conclusion, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. When it comes to training untrained, when it comes to commercial and service, basically commercial and service on this one. So when you're doing commercial, you know, you have to get up. We're usually up early. We're usually up early and out by 2:30, 3, whatever. So we're always up early and at it, right? So we're actually being trained every day, being trained every day to get up and go to work. When I see on the commercial side, it's like, okay, they call you, you basically can take your time to get there, do what you gotta do, take your time while you're there. There is no rush, there is no sense of urgency. There is just like, we're just gonna, all right, when it gets done, when it gets done. On the commercial side is, we need this done, right? I mean, yes, it's a lot more stressful, but at the end of the day, like when you come back over here to the service side now, because you train, this is cake. You like, this is what we doing? Like, this is crazy. And y'all can't do this, right? You know what I'm saying? And then, so when we over here, that you actually get a lot more. So what I'm saying is, man, get the training first. If you can, go and put yourself in the commercial side so that you can get that, you know what I'm saying? To get the training, get trained before you go out here, man. And it's gonna make everything else easier for you. If you like service, that's what's up. Then you really need to get over here to this commercial side, do this for a little while, understand what's going on, and then come back over here and it's easy for you. You feel me? So I encourage you guys to do that, man. But like over here on this side, I just see it's just way too calm, kick back, do what I want, this, and this. Like, that mentality alone is not gonna get you far in life. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna get you repeat customers either. So, and you're not doing your company a favor. Obviously you don't care because, you know, you're just there for the money, right? That selfish mentality. Over here, these people, when it comes to train and the commercial side, man, we all about like, it's gotta be right. They know, but they know what to expect. That's what they expect on this side, so that's their mentality. What they expect on this side, this is what they expect on this side, so that's their mentality. And I'm saying, who expected is their jobs, their companies, the people who they work for. Commercial sides, their expectations are way different than a service side. You gotta understand that. You know what I'm saying? And that makes a big deal. But I mean, I don't know, man. This is just me talking what I see. Y'all could take whatever y'all want from it. I know I gave y'all gems in this one, so you know what I'm saying, man? Make it happen, man. Like, I got another video for y'all that's gonna be dope that I'm gonna put out because it's gonna really help you. There was a question that was asked. How can we make plumbers more enthusiastic about, you know, plumbing? And I feel like I got the answer to that. Why? Because I used to feel like, why the heck am I doing plumbing? To, man, I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna put a video like that together for you guys, man, and I hope you guys check that out. Yeah, man, I hope you guys got something from this. Thanks for watching. This is Life in Plumbing. I'm Nate. Y'all got any questions like y'all have already been doing, hit me up in the comments, man. And I love what y'all been asking me, man. It's very encouraging for me, and I'm doing this video for y'all. I kind of slowed down on it, but you know, after I see those comments, man, and people really out there doing it, and the plumbing that want to be a craftsman, man, I love that. So I hope to encourage you guys, man, and see you guys out there in the field. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one.
Me and my God always conversating. He say I'm happy you called, what you been up to lately?